as well. So this is your first 10 minutes little thing. We're going to start back at the basics, and we're going to start by finding how to get a lower back imprint. So if you can start by bending your knees and taking your arms out in front, I just want you to roll down through your spine and just take yourself down vertebrae on vertebrae. Good. Now when you get to the bottom, can you just hug your knees in and just roll your spine out a little bit from side to side, and just rock it and roll it and release it. I'm going to put my timer on. 10:04. 12:04. All right, now hug your right knee in. Just stretch your left leg out, and I'm just going to take a little bit of an upper body lift here to switch that core on, and then I'm going to put my head down. I'm going to change sides. So these are going to be short 10-minute episodes. All right, we're going to start off not too bad with just finding a lower back imprint. Just bring your arms out into cactus and just take a few windscreen wiper legs just to free off your back. So before you switch your Zoom on with me, if you can do your own little bit of mobility, then we won't have to spend 5 minutes of the 10 actually mobilising your body. But first thing, we'll just have a little quick squeeze in. So I'm going to get my head up towards my knees and have a really big squidge. And then I want you to take your arms out and take your legs out and really stretch from your fingertips to your toes. Good. All right, start with me then, guys. Put your feet back down on the floor, and I want you to start to do some pelvic tilt. So we're going to arch the lower back away from the ground, and then I'm going to push the back into the floor and lift the tailbone up a little bit. Good, then we're going to go again. So we're going to arch away, good, and then push. Now that push into the floor with your lower back will start to activate your lower core muscles, and those are the muscles that we need to use to find a lower back imprint, which is the safest way of working your core when you're lying on your back. So all I'm doing at the moment is a pelvic tilt one way to create a gap at the base of my spine, and then a lower back imprint and just a slight lift of the tailbone up. And I'm going to start to roll it and rock it for 5, good, arch it and imprint for 4, good, inhaling and exhaling for 3, God, it's baking, inhaling and exhaling for 2, good, and then last one. All right, so now when you arch away the next time, I want you to settle your back flat down into the floor, and I want you to give your head a little bit of release off, relax off your shoulders, and now with that lower back flat down on the floor, you should be finding that your core is switched on because you've closed the gap up in your lower back. All right, so now we're finding that lower back imprint all the time, and you've got that core switched on. Okay, so we're now going to lift the right leg up into what we call tabletop position, which means your knee is directly above your hip and your foot is the same height as your knee. Okay, then we're going to put that right leg down. You're not going to lose your lower back imprint, because then you're going to lift the other leg up and you're going to hold that. So we're always going to keep this lower back flat on the floor. Okay, good. Put your left leg down, lift your right leg back up again. Good, put your right leg down, lift your left leg back up, okay? Left leg down, so we're not pressing into the floor with our arms, we're just finding that lower back imprint and switching the legs out one at a time. Good, tuck your chin down to keep your spine nice and long. Good, inhaling and exhaling for 3, keep your back flat on the floor. Inhaling and exhaling for 2, good, keep your back flat on the floor, and then last one. So I finished up with my left leg in tabletop position, okay? If you feel okay, we're now going to lift the right leg up to join it, and you'll feel that extra tension that you need in your core to now keep your lower back flat on the floor. We're going to hold this for about 10 seconds. I want you to be able to freely move your head from side to side. Your arms are relaxed, your shoulder blades are released, your core is tight. If you prod it, there might be a bit of softness on the top, but underneath that, it should be nice and tight, and you should be able to feel those core muscles that are switched on. I'm going to keep my back flat the whole time for the next 5 seconds. Make sure you're breathing in your nose and out your mouth for 4. Good, nice work. Inhaling and exhaling for 3. Breathing in through your nose and exhaling for 2. Good, and then we're going to lower our legs down and release off that pressure that we've caused in that lower core. Give your back a little roll out from side to side, a little bit of side to side action. Good, and then I want you to draw the knees back in towards the chest, lift the head up and squeeze in super tight for 3, 2, 1, and then stretch all the way back out again for 3, 2, so you're really lengthening that area out. Good. Okay, we're going to go again. So put your feet on the floor. If you need to rock a few times, do that. But then press your lower back flat down into the ground and find me another lower back imprint. Make sure your chin is down and your spine is long. This time, lift your right leg up into tabletop, keeping your back flat. Lift your left leg into tabletop. Okay, so back to proper basics of having to find your lower core imprint, your lower back imprint. Okay, so for this one, I want you to take the hands onto the side of the head. We're going to add your upper abs in a little bit now. I want you to take a really nice big deep breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to lift your head and shoulders up for 1. Keep your elbows back and back down again. Exhaling, lifting up for 2, keeping that lower back imprint all the time. Inhale, exhale, pull it up for 3. We're going to do 10 reps. Inhale, down. Exhale, pull it up for 4. So really feel that extra tension, that extra squeeze to get your shoulder blades off the ground for 5. You're inhaling on the way down and exhaling, pulling it up for 6. Breathe in on the way down and exhale, pull it up for 7. Inhale on the way down. If you need a rest, just hug your knees into your chest. 8. Keep the lower back connected to the ground. Exhale for 9. Good. Inhale. And exhale for 10. I want you to hold this one, and now we're going to shoot these arms out forwards. All right, all started nicely, didn't it? And now it's like, yeah, that's enough of that. Thanks very much. All right, so you're going to feel this belly button squeeze in. You're going to keep your back connected on the ground. This should not be hurting your neck because you're doing such a squeezy core that you're going to keep the pressure out of your neck. If you are not used to doing it, you might feel it in your neck. If you do, just put your head back down. 3. Good, hold it for 2, good, and then hold it for 1, and then we're going to lower all the way down and put your feet down, and then just rock it back out of your lower back, okay? All right, make sure now you hug your knees back in towards your chest. We're going to do with 1 more round. Lift your head up, reach forwards and squeeze in super tight, and then take yourself out to a nice long stretch again from your fingertips to your toes. All right, last round then, guys. Put your arms back down again. Good. Find me that lower back imprint, so nice and tight. Lift your left leg up into tabletop. Keep your back connected. Lift your right leg up into tabletop. Make sure you've got that squeezy belly button tight. And imagine that you've got a baked bean underneath your lower back. All right, I want you to constantly squash your baked bean with the lowest part of your spine, okay? All right, I want you to work with me. We're going to take a nice big deep breath. This time we're going to shoot the arms forward. Big deep breath in. Exhale, upper body lift, reach. Imagine somebody's pulling your wrists. Good, back down again. Inhale. Exhale. If it's too much, working through your head, you can just leave your head down and just reach forward with your arms. Exhale for 3. Good, and inhale. Good, exhale for 4. Squeeze, pull. Good, back down. Inhale. Exhale for 5. Come on, you're nearly there now. Keep that back connected. Exhale for 6. So you can feel that extra work needed now to pull that upper body up. Exhale for 7. Squeeze. Good. And release. 3 more and we're done. Exhale for 8. Pull. Good. Back down again. 2 more and we're done. Exhale for 9. Stay with me, guys. You got this. Last one, exhale for 10, hold it for 10. Now we're going to start to tap the floor, and we're going to tap the floor 20 times. Yes, you are. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, we like a bit of Pilates counting. 4. Good. Pump these arms up, guys. 3. Good. 2. Good. 1. And then release it off. Hug your knees back in towards your chest. Have a little swear at me if you need to. We're quite used to it. I can't hear you anyway. All right, put your feet on the ground. Bring your arms to cactus. And I want you to drop your legs over to the right-hand side and let your lower back twist out. Couple of big deep breaths here. Inhaling and exhale through your mouth. Blow the air back out. Good. Then move on and change sides. Drop the legs out to the left. Keep the right shoulder blade on the ground this time. Couple of big deep breaths. Good, then bring the knees back in, lift the head up and squash in, nose to knees and knees to nose for 3, 2, 1, and then finish out with a long stretch from fingertip to toes for 3, 2, 1, and then release. Well done, superstars. That was your first 10-minute blast.